Hey, Preeti here. I just read This Is My Brain on Boys by Strohmeyer. I thought I was in a YA contemporary romance mood, and so I picked this up because it looked really cute. It sounded really cute. And what happened was it actually helped me realize that, guess what? I was not in a YA romance mood, but it was really cute and I definitely enjoyed the read. It wasn't as weird as I was expecting it to be, which is both good and disappointing, but it was an okay read. Like, solid okay though, like a good okay. Does that make sense? If it turns out that you're actually in the mood for some deep, intense YA fantasy, maybe not so much. If you guys don't know, the main idea behind this book is that the main character, Addie, is a science nerd who knows everything and is not great at social skills between people and is definitely more of a book person or a lab rat person or lab crab person, honestly, which would make more sense if you read the book. So if you did, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so she is not great at people skills, but she has a best friend who cares so much about her, and she meets a hot guy on a plane, and this hot guy's name is Chris. What I love about Chris is that he is a genuinely good person. Like, I have never met a person that good in my life. Like, people volunteer and go to crazy places and help people because they want, well, there are a ton of exceptions. If what I'm saying does not apply to you, I am genuinely sorry, but there are a ton of people in this world who volunteer and do what they do because they want to get into a good college or they just want a resume pattern. That is the reality of life. I'm sorry. But Chris, of course, he is a fictional character, but my point still stands. There are people like him in real life who genuinely want to make a difference in other people's lives and help themselves by helping other people, and I just love these people. And the fact that he is the main character, like, it's not some random hot guy who was like, who used to go after super hot girls but saw Addie and was like, oh my gosh, nerd girls are the ones for me. Like, no. He is a solid, normal main character. Albeit good looking, but he's normal, and I definitely very strongly appreciated that. He had depth, and it just made everything so much nicer. But of course, it is a YA contemporary romance, and I wanted more depth. Like deep, put a sword in me and look at my depth type of depth. Can you tell I'm in a fantasy mood? How these two first meet while they're on the plane is actually that they all think that they're about to die and they're panicking and they all have these different reactions, and Addie is analyzing these reactions and analyzing her own reactions because she is obsessed with the brain. So actually, one thing that I found very interesting and kind of annoying about this book was the fact that she always referred to her and her subconscious and like everything going on with her, like it all had to do with her amygdala, which is fine, but then you think about it, and like in 50 Shades of Grey, everyone was like, why does Anastasia always refer to her inner goddess? Like, that was Addie's problem. Her amygdala is her, and it's a problem. Like, it's not just a part of her, it is her. It was kind of annoying. The first 3 times, it was cute. The like 8 or more times after that was not very cute. So Addie goes to this prestigious private school where tons of rich people go, and she is of course the only girl who's there on a scholarship. To keep her scholarship and like to go to college in an amazing place, she would need money from a new scholarship, which she would get if she won this science award, which she has to do a research project for. And right now she's working with a lab partner, and their project, which is actually Addie's leading it, and their project is to show that they can make love form between any two people as long as they're put in dangerous, super dangerous circumstances where those people think that their lives are genuinely in danger, even if they're not. And apparently these bonds hold. And she actually tried it out on her friend, and it worked. So she's happily settled with the boyfriend, and she doesn't know that Addie actually set her up. So that is like Addie's proof that it works. But of course, this is her best friend and she doesn't want anyone to know that that's what happened. So that was proof for Addie, and now she needs to show the entire science committee that it works, and that so like she deserves her scholarship. To do this, they need some subjects, human subjects, to try it out on, and what ends up happening is that Chris becomes one of the human subjects. I won't explain why, but he becomes one of the human subjects. And of course, these subjects don't know that they are, like, what the purpose of the experiment is. So Addie doesn't tell him, her lab partner doesn't tell him, and they do all these experiments. But the big thing about this book that I won't spoil, but there's a much bigger experiment going on in all of this. And like, I thought, like, I could kind of see it coming, but I was like, no way, this would kind of ruin the romance. But it happened, and I won't tell you what it was that happened. It did not ruin the romance, but it definitely got me thinking a bit philosophically about a few things, and those thoughts are still going. I don't have answers. It's such a weird book. Like, this is so weird, but like in a good way, but weird. If you're looking for an easy read that will easily entertain and humor you and you don't have to think about too much, this is a great read because it is very original. Like, it has like one of those like younger romance readers type of feel to it, which is cute when you need it. And I think I definitely needed it because I was like, I think it was before I was studying for finals, so I was like supposed to be studying for finals, but I wasn't. So like in between studying or whatever I was doing, what I would end up doing is like reading a chapter or a few of this book, and like this is a really quick book and easy to finish, so it worked out nicely and I am very glad I read it. But other than that, there's not really much to say about it because YA contemporaries, like, unless there's like a huge, overwhelmingly unique thing about it, there's not much to say about them in my opinion. Like, it was really cute. The main character was pretty good. The side characters were also good, and it was a nice read. Not much to say about it other than that. If you are heading off to college, this might interest you because, again, the characters are seniors and they're also heading off to college. So you might find some resonance with those characters. I am in college and I still, like, I understood, like, getting rejections and not knowing what to do in your future. This book gets that. I will say that the antics that went on between the experiments, like, in each experiment, because they meet several times to try and set these lab humans up, and it's just very amusing. And then Addie always ends up in the middle of it somehow, and it's just very fun and entertaining. Again, the bigger plot, like, and it was all Addie's doing. Like, honestly, I should have just done a book discussion on this so I can talk to you about, like, the thing, but no, you have to read it to find out what it is because this is a review. I mean, it is a review, no quotes. It's a review. I don't even care that they go to a private school. There's a ton of public school drama in this, so if that's what you're looking for, you'll be fine. Like, don't even worry about it. I gave this book 3 stars because while it was very funny, a unique original read that doesn't differ too much from the regular YA contemporary romance genre, it didn't like blow me out of the water or anything. You know those 3-star reads that are very enjoyable but you can't really say much about them and then eventually you'll just forget about them completely and they'll just be another book on your GOODREADS site? That's this. It's very fun, very cute. Love the cover, but other than that, it is what it is. But very fun. Definitely check it out if that's what you're in the mood for.